Warm show from the Gaston Visitor Center right here, and I have a very special guest that's just visiting for the day. Unless you want to move up here now, we may have a place for you.
It's a great place to live, and unfortunately I can't live up here and do my job, but we try to come as often as possible. And you know, north central Arkansas, certainly Bull Shoals, Norfolk, the whole northern area of north central area of Arkansas is gorgeous, beautiful. That's why so many people not only come up here to live, but they come up here to visit and play and fish and do all the things that this magnificent outdoor area has to offer.
With the challenges we've had this year from the high water and those kind of things, and then the gasoline, how are we going to get over some of this?
You know, the American people always find a way. Right now, the floods, the tornadoes, all of the devastation that our people have endured from really the end of January up until about the first week in May, and still flooding in some areas that hasn't totally receded, has, I think, created in me even a sense of optimism when I see how the people have reacted, and when I see how their neighbors and other folks in Arkansas will come to their aid and assistance. I tell you a phenomenon that I witnessed after about the second or third series of tornadoes. I saw that some of the first people at the next disaster to help those disaster victims were the victims of the previous disaster a week or 2 weeks earlier. Wow. So they were the beneficiaries of help from their neighbors and friends and other people in Arkansas, and so I think it's therapeutic for them, and they felt the need to go to the next disaster and help those people. And then you saw that replicated, carried on from disaster to disaster. So even in the midst of tragedy, it warms your heart when you see the way the people of Arkansas pull together, the way they're so resilient, and the way they fight back. Gasoline price is a different thing.
Really?
You know, and it's not an Arkansas phenomenon. It's not just a phenomenon for the United States. It's worldwide, and it's killing our people. It's killing business. It's killing people being able to go to work. And people driving less are affecting retail business. It's affecting tourism and other things. Actually, in a way, we're actually receiving a bump in tourism in some areas of Arkansas because people don't go to Florida or don't go to Alabama because of the high price of gasoline. So, you know, we've got a problem in this country with a dependence on foreign oil. Those countries don't like us, and we've got to rid ourselves of that. We in Arkansas have an unusual opportunity with technology is developing to create cellulosic fuels, fuels made out of tree tops and tree stumps, out of switchgrass, out of rice straw and cotton stalks, and even algae. And the technology is there. It's not yet economically feasible. The way gasoline's going is going to be economically feasible very quickly. To be able to use the oil from those wood products or cellulosic products to be able to make fuels and rid ourselves of dependence on the foreign oil, it's better for the environment. It's also a national security issue because if we're putting money in the pockets of Arkansans instead of the OPEC countries, we're a much safer country. So that's the long-term solution, and it's a national, it's a global one, is to rid ourselves of dependence on the hydrocarbons. We're not going to get rid of them tomorrow. We're not going to get rid of them next year. But to the extent that we can lessen our percentage of use of foreign oil and utilize other forms of energy, which we have, we make ourselves more secure and we're better off economically.
What about with the federal government considering a moratorium on gas taxes? Is that going to help?
No. Well, it'll help. Sure, it'll help. 20 cents off of a $4 gallon of gas will help, but it's not the answer. Whether it's $4 a gallon or $3.80 a gallon, it's still too high, and it's still.
Would that be something the state would?
We don't have the ability to be able to maintain our roads if we don't have the gas tax, and the 18 or 20 cents that would be good for a while would wreak havoc on our ability to maintain and build the roads that we've got to have. So if it were enough to make a huge difference, then it'd be worth looking at. But at $4 gas, 18 cents would help, but it would help at the cost of being able to maintain our roads, and it's a trade-off I don't think our people are ready to make.
Well, we've got to have the roads no matter what, don't we?
That's right. And you know, the roads create opportunity for economic development, certainly for tourism, and for just our people to be able to go to work. You know, we saw from the recent floods some huge damage, particularly up in this part of the state, north central Arkansas. You know, you got a Highway 65 over around Marshall that's just got a whole lane caved in. So we've got a lot of work to do once the floodwaters have gone down in restoring some of the roads that we've already got, much less the normal maintenance. So now the good news is we're going to get some help from FEMA and from the federal government for a lot of that, but we've still got a percentage share that our taxpayers have to pay for it, and that money primarily comes from the gas tax.
Right. I have to tell you, this is for TV19, which is a first TV station in Bull Shoals.
Right. I knew that already, Norm.
You knew that?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I got a good briefing on that.
Oh, good. I just want to make sure we got our plugs in.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to visit with us.
It's my pleasure.
And look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.